Good morning, class 12 Commerce Accountancy period. As you know, our chapter cash flow statement is in progress, and we have already discussed how to calculate cash flow from operating activities. We have already done two numericals in which we discussed how to find cash flow from operating activities if balance sheet is given. Today we are doing another sum, illustration number 8, in which we have given statement of profit and loss, and we will try to learn how to find out cash flow from operating activities. Illustration 8, in my book it is page number 6.22. In your books the page may be different. So here we have given statement of profit and loss. We will start our numerical with the first item, revenue from operation 12 lakh. So we are doing indirect method. Revenue from operation is not required here at all, so leave it. Then we have given other income. In other income we have given note number 1. In note number 1 we have two items in other income, profit on sale of land and interest received. If you remember, I told these are non-operating income. That's why we are going to deduct profit on sale of land rupees 15,000, and then we have interest received, and interest received is given 3,000 rupees. Both are non-operating item, that's why we are going to deduct in the first part. Next item, after revenue other income we have given total revenue, nothing to do with the total revenue. Next item, expense, heading number 4, we have given different list. Number 1, cost of material consumed, again it is direct, कितना मटेरियल हमने कंज्यूम किया प्रोडक्शन में. एम्प्लॉय बेनिफिट एक्सपेंस, अगेन ऑपरेटिंग एक्सपेंस बिकॉज दीज आर रिलेटेड विद एम्प्लॉइज ऑफ द बिजनेस. फाइनेंस कॉस्ट 45,000. here finance cost normally related with interest on long term loan, that we are going to add over here. Finance cost rupees 45,000. If we have given detail of finance cost, then we will see what items are given in finance cost, and we will see all items are to be considered here or not. Next item, depreciation and amortization. Amortization means written off. Here we have given note number 2. In this heading, depreciation and amortization, we have given two items, depreciation and goodwill written off. Both items we are going to add over here, depreciation and goodwill written off. These items are 72,000, and then we have given 10,000 rupees. I think doubt is clear. Next item, other expenses. In other expenses we have given two items. Note number 3, loss on sale of plant and office expense. So loss on sale of plant is our non-operating expense. That's why we will add loss on sale of plant. We are going to add it. It is rupees 30,000. And in the same heading we have given one more item, that is office expense. Office expense is our operating. We will not consider over here. Now profit before tax 160, less tax paid 36, and profit for the period is 80. Here we have given net profit, it is rupees 80,000. If you remember, we discussed 4 items are to be added over here. What are those 4 items? Number 1, provision for tax. Number 2, proposed dividend. Number 3, interim dividend. And number 4, it was transfer to reserve. So here we have given tax only 36. So what we are going to do? Add, we will give this name provision for tax 36. If you remember, in my previous video we were having balance sheet. In balance sheet we were having provision for tax for last year as well as current year. So what we were doing, current year tax we were adding over here, and last year tax we were deducting over here. But here we have given only the one figure, that is 36. So we will assume that same provision has created and same is to be paid. So at last we will deduct tax paid 36,000 rupees. Same amount we will consider. So in this way we are able to complete our revenue from operation. After revenue from operation we have given note number 1, note number 2, note number 3, all done. After that we have given additional information, 2016, 2017. 2016, 2017. We have given trade receivable, inventory, trade payable, office expense, outstanding. I told, if you remember in my previous sum, first we should check year over here. In revenue from operation we were not having year, but here we have given 2016, 2017. It means years are given in proper order. First item is given over here is trade receivable. Trade receivable, it is 140 and 164. 140 and 164. Trade receivable is our what? Current assets. And here current assets is increasing. And if current assets increase, let us deduct. Increase in trade receivable. It is 24,000 rupees. Next item we have given inventory. 84 and 115. Inventory is our current asset. And inventory is also increasing. To increase in inventory, it is 31,000 rupees. 84 and 115. Then we have given trade payable, current liability 60 and 73. Current liability increases, positive relation to be added. Increase in trade payable. Increase in trade payable. The difference is 13. The difference is 13. And the last item is outstanding office expense. Outstanding office expense. Again our current liability 6,000 and 4,000. 2,000 reduces. It means what? Decrease in outstanding expenses. 2,000 rupees. If current liability decreases, deduct. If current liability increases, add. In this way, we have completed all the items. How much net profit we are getting over here? 116. It will come over here. Now let's close it, sir. It becomes 157. And deductible item is 18. So 157 minus 18, 139. Both items to be added because plus was more. So my dear, it becomes 2,55,000. And what we are going to write over here, dear? Cash flow from operating activities before working capital change. Now, working capital item, current assets and current liability item. Adding item is 13, only one item is given. Deductible items are 55 plus 2, 57. Minus item is more. So here balancing figure 44 will come. This is plus, this is minus. So here it comes 2,11,000. And this to be deducted, so it comes, my dear friend, 1,75,000. And we will write over here cash flow from operating activities after working capital change. After working capital change. So in this way, today we have calculated cash flow from operating activities from revenue from operation is given. Now we will do one more sum. I will read this sum. I will write less item over here. You will do this sum now yourself. The format remains same, my dear friends. First item we are going to write end profit. Then add portion should be more, less portion should be less. Now again add, and these two columns can be of equal length. Now we are doing sum number 9. We are doing sum number 9. Sum number 9. Again, we have given statement of profit and loss. First item is revenue from operation. We are not going to touch. Then expenses, cost of material consumed. It will not come. Employee benefit expense. It will not come. Then we have given depreciation and amortization, not number 1. So in depreciation and amortization, we have given two items, depreciation and share issue expense. So both we are going to add over here, depreciation and share issue expenses. Both items we will write over here. Then after that we have given other expenses. Again we have given one, not number 2. In other expenses we have two expenses, office and selling. Both are operating. We will not touch them because we are doing indirect method. After that we have given total expense, nothing to do with total expense. Then profit before tax and less tax. Then profit after tax is 135. It is given 135. And then we have given tax also. How much tax we have deducted? We have deducted 15,000 rupees. 15,000 rupees to be added. So it becomes 1,50,000 rupees. And same this 15,000 profit, tax we are going to deduct at last. And this net profit will be going at here 1,50,000 rupees. Now after that we have given additional information. 2016, 2017 years are given proper order. First trade receivable, last year 65, now 63. Trade receivable is current assets and it is reducing, that's why we are going to add. Then trade payable 50,000 and 59,000. Trade payable is our current liabilities and current liabilities are increasing, that's why we will add increase in trade payable. Outstanding expense 2,000 and 1,600. Outstanding expense is a current liability. Here current liability is reducing by 400 rupees. If current liability reduces, we are going to deduct. Then prepaid expense is our current assets 900 and 1200. Prepaid expense are increasing. Prepaid expense is our current assets. If current assets increases, we are going to deduct. And inventory, current assets, last item 70,000 and 58, it is reducing. And if current assets are reducing, we are going to add. हमने ऐड क्यों कर दिया? करंट एसेट्स रिड्यूस करने का मतलब क्या हुआ? हमने करंट एसेट्स को बेच दिया, इन्वेंट्री बिक गई, 12,000 रुपए से हमारा कैश बढ़ गया, दैट्स व्हाई आई एम एडिंग. So in this way today we have again completed two more sum of how to calculate cash flow from operating activities. Thank you.